Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
What is up, everybody? Welcome to another edition of the Hooligans, live from Mount Latham, New Jersey, Real Talk Studios. It's about to snow here.
Yeah.
Any second now. This episode is brought to you by Gibson Mayer LLC, Certified Public Accountants, 301 Oxford Valley Road, Yardley, Pennsylvania, 215-369-3300. Scotty is on his little adventure today. Tom is probably coaching baseball in a monsoon. We got Ralphie fucking here with the shaved head.
Yep. New hair, new year.
Yeah, that was a shocker to me. I never thought I'd see the day.
You know, I had to do it, but I picked the wrong time to do it. It's the goddamn winter time.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Back my neck's freezing.
we have 0 to 18 inches coming this way, and you shave your fucking head.
Yep.
Yeah, gotcha. Anyway, we have some birds to talk about this weekend.
Absolutely, man.
Right.
Big game down in New Orleans, man.
Huge. It's absolutely huge.
You know, like I said on the fix, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. Somebody when we were 4-6, right? And somebody said and came up to me like from the future and said, you know, don't worry about it. You'll be 9-7 and you'll make the playoffs. I would have told that dude, go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself. Exactly. You know.
Yeah.
But you know, I think I'm the only one in the world that had confidence in this team. That's because when Carson Wentz went down, I know we had a new hope. Now, granted, we were going into the LA Coliseum playing the Rams, one of the toughest teams in the whole National Football League.
Yeah.
I was so confident because of the way Nick Foles brings his team together, the way he's a leader, the way he plays the game of football. Mr. Clutch, Mr. December, January, and February now. So, this is what I see going into this game this week. Guys, we are winning this football game tomorrow. And I don't see any goddamn way how we don't win this game. All right? Now, if you want to go into the chat section, bring up ways how we can lose this game, I'll just completely dissect it and expose it because we are the better team right now. We are the hottest team right now. Throw all your records out the window. Throw all the seeds out the window. This is the postseason. It's no longer the regular season. We are 1-0. They are 0-0. So that means right now, 1-0 tops 0-0 last time I checked. Now we are on the road. I understand that, Ralphie. We're on the road. We're going to that really loud, that stadium, that whatever you want to call the swamp.
The Superdome.
Yeah, the Superdome.
The great old Superdome.
The really loud fans. Yes, it's loud in there. I understand that. But we are going to take their late Christmas away, their late Christmas party away, and we are going to go back to the Super Bowl, Ralphie.
I hope so, man. It's gonna be a tough one. Crooked Letter, real quick on Facebook says, I don't care what the haters have been saying. Eagles aren't the same team that got smashed in Week 11.
No, they're not.
There's no way you can count them out because of a stat you can't put down on paper. Resiliency. Defending world champs, fly Eagles fly, ski mask season.
Said it perfectly. Who said that?
Crooked Letter.
And it was 45-7 week what?
48-7.
48-7.
Yeah, we lost by
What was
41.
it? I put in the title as like 45-7.
No,
No, whoever just said that, what was their name?
Crooked Letter.
Yeah, you hit it right on the 8 ball, you know. This team is so resilient, and the way they beat the Bears last week, granted, it came with some luck and Cody Parkey shanking that kick. I understand that. Now, I'm not going to say that our player blocked it because it was just it was a fingertip. All right, for a kicker to miss a 43-yarder, which is it's a chip shot in practice for them.
Yeah.
Not for me. I couldn't kick a 43-yarder.
Oh no shot.
No, there's no shot. So I'm not going to say I could have kicked that because I couldn't. But at the end of the day, it did come with some luck. That is a play that wouldn't have necessarily happened 5 years ago for us.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, like 3 to 10 years ago actually. I mean, it's crazy because the kick that happened last Sunday against the Bears, the ball would have went on the other side and we would have lost the game. I mean, that's how it always used to be with the Eagles. But man, you know, it feels good to have, you know, things go our way finally after 50-something years, winning the Super Bowl last year,
Totally.
And now having that kick go our way. But man, another huge test this Sunday, another one.
To be honest with you, Ralphie, I think this game, I'm not going to say easier, but I'm going to say last week's game was harder than this one.
You think so?
I really do. I had the Bears actually, before the postseason started, I had the Bears going to the Super Bowl if we weren't to get into the playoffs. I said last week before the show, we were the worst possible matchup for the Bears going into their first game because we were the hottest team and they did not want to see us.
Yeah.
Them letting us into the playoffs was a big no-no because the Bears kept and held the LA Rams to 6 points. And they're one of the more potent offenses in the game. And going into that game, I was like, we're unstoppable. Our defense is meshing well. The coaching is phenomenal. Sky's the limit for us. And I just don't see any team right now that can beat us in the playoffs. I don't. And I think it's going to be Patriots and Eagles in the Super Bowl. I do.
It would be, what, round 3, right?
It would be round number 3. It would be the rubber match.
Yep.
No.
So Jake Freer on Facebook goes on to say, the Drake curse is real. Saints starters coming off a long rest and will be rusty. Eagles upset the Saints 31-17.
Is that guy from the Best Damn Eagles group?
Yep.
Yeah. What's up, Jake?
Good old Jake.
Yeah, you're doing a good thing over there. Yeah, the Drake curse is definitely real. Every single time he wears
how crazy is that,
a favorite team jersey, they lose by a lot. No, they don't only lose. They lose by a lot.
Yeah.
Like, did you see Alabama this last Monday?
What was it, 44-16 or something like that? Yeah.
They got murdered.
That man, Trevor Lawrence, is a bad man.
Yeah, he is.
Watch
and he's
out.
only 19 years old.
And he's a true freshman.
Yeah.
So he's got 3 more years underneath his belt, or 2 more if he's going to come to the NFL.
It's insane. And,
yeah.
You know, it's like you're watching that game, and I'm like, obviously, my shtick is to sometimes piss people off, and I'm like, why don't we trade Carson away and get Trevor Lawrence in a couple years? Wait out for him. But no, the kid is a stud, and yeah, the Drake curse is definitely real, Jake.
Yeah, it really is.
You know, we need some of that magic. Definitely.
Please.
It'd be fun.
Crooked Letter also goes on to say on Facebook, dude, a tip is all you need. Got to give that to Doug for icing and Trayvon Hester. I guess Trayvon Hester of the double doink noise.
I mean, yeah, the tip maybe helped possibly, but at the same time, Cody Parkey has been hitting the post consistently all year long. It's like there's a fucking magnet up there.
It's crazy because he missed 4 field goals in one game.
Yeah.
And they were ready to kill him, and they gave him another shot. Yeah. Well, what happens when you don't cut somebody? You know, it comes back and bites you in the ass.
Now, do I feel bad for Cody Parkey? Not no, but fuck no. Like, I mean, you're a professional kicker. You're getting paid millions of dollars to kick a 43-yarder to you is a chip shot.
Yeah.
You know, you have to make that kick. Now, he nailed the one before Doug Peterson called the timeout.
He nailed it right down the middle. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ, here we go.
Yeah.
It's going to be a long off season because now you're going to be sleeping on that kick. You know what I mean?
I swear to God, when I was in that bar watching that game, when he missed it, when it did the double doink, the bar exploded.
Yeah.
The bartenders got scared. It's like, what the fuck was that?
Yeah.
You know, because it wasn't that loud the whole game.
Well, all the videos that people took, the best part is when it hits the first upright and hits the middle, and then everybody pauses because nobody knows.
Nobody
knows. And then they see the ball on the other side, and it just goes all crazy.
See, for me, whenever a big play happens on our part, I always wait for the flag.
Yeah.
Because
me too.
Yeah, because I'm like, is there a flag? Is there a flag? And then I don't see the yellow symbol, and I'm like, yeah, touchdown.
Yeah.
You know, it's the same thing with the field goal. I couldn't go crazy until it bounced off.
Well, that was the same. That was the same way with me with the Super Bowl on the last play with the Hail Mary.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, wait, and then you go.
Well, when the ball in the Super Bowl, it's a good thing you brought that up because when it bounced on the ground, that's when I went crazy and I went against everything I did with the flag thing because I thought that Super Bowl was ours, and regardless, they would have had to make the 2-point conversion if they got in on the last play. So we had a little bit of leeway there. It wasn't like they had the 7 and they would have tied it up. They had to make the 2-point conversion. But, yeah, I always wait for the flag. It's just something I always do. And, yeah, I'm just so excited we're still in the playoffs.
I know, man. Yeah. I've been saying this for weeks, man. Just give me another week of Eagles football, and I'll be completely fine with it.
Yep, totally.
Chris Ross goes on to say on Facebook, we will get this done when our backs are against the wall. That's when we play our best ball. Bird gang, fly, Eagles, fly.
Oh, 100%. And like I just said, who said that?
Chris Ross.
Chris Ross. Good comment, man. Yeah, we always play our best football when our backs are against the wall. Not only that, we are taking the Giants' philosophy, and we're doing it better. You know, we're going to have to go through a gauntlet. It's obvious. The Bears, the Saints, probably the Cowboys, and the Chiefs to win our second title in a row. Mm-hmm. So that's not an easy task. All right, being a 9-7 team, you don't really expect a team to do that. But this team's different. All right, if you don't think this team is somewhat magical with Saint Nick back there in the backfield, you have no fucking clue. You just have no idea. When I saw this guy come in, I was like, please believe in this guy. This guy is one of the only people to make me cry in my life. All right? And when that happens, you know you have something magical. And it's that time of year again. He's going to do it again. And we're going to have a big debate in this offseason when it comes down to Carson Wentz and Nick Foles. Because a lot of people say Carson Wentz is the future. I get it somewhat. But then again, I don't. Because you win 2 titles and you have a proven winner, why would you just axe him? You know, you don't know if Carson Wentz is a proven winner. I know I'm into the Carson Wentz debate again, but I mean,
here's the thing now. If Nicky does win one and he decides to retire, then what do you do?
He's not going to retire.
We'll see.
It's impossible. The guy's 29 years old. He's about to be 30. He has at least 5 years left. You win 2 titles and you just get rid of the guy. To me, that's disrespectful. Like, I mean, that's the ultimate sign of disrespect. He brought you not one that you were trying to get for years. You cried over it. Number 2, that's just a bonus, you know? And then you bring back Carson Wentz because he is your franchise. You put all the chips out on the table because you're trying to get that one Lombardi, and you did it without him, but you're trying to save face. Like, it's a weird situation.
Yeah, they're in a. I will say this: the Eagles front office. If we do and go on to win a second one, it's gonna be a very tough decision.
It's going to be it's gonna be. I know Tom doesn't think it's a tough decision. But Tom, like I bring it up every week, Tom loves Carson Wentz. You know, it's like one of his sons, as he'd like to say it, out of his 10 sons. But yeah, it's going to be an extremely tough decision because Carson Wentz started 16 games in one season.
Yeah.
And Nick Foles, when was the last time he completed a season? You know, he's a pure backup that turns into a better than a starter. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, it would be a really rough decision. Anything else over there on Facebook?
Crooked Letter says Chargers and Eagles. The Bolts will shock New England.
Okay.
So yeah, I guess he has the Chargers and Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Okay, the reason why I'm going against that is for one of 2 reasons. Number 1, the Patriots never lose at home in the playoffs, and number 2, they find ways to win.
Yeah.
You know, and I love the the Los Angeles Chargers. They've won me a lot of money this year, especially on live bets, especially against Kansas City. They're the better team, but not today.
Yeah.
I don't see it happening.
Yeah. If that dude number 12 still back there slinging the ball, man, and he's in the playoffs yet again, it's hard to go against New England. It really is.
Yeah, it is. And, you know, they're 4-point favorites, which leads to tell me that Vegas is trying to get people on San Diego. San Diego. Los Angeles. They're trying to get people to bet Los Angeles because of the value and the better record.
Yeah.
I don't see it. Yeah, I see the Patriots winning today.
So Phil Mix says underdogs are hungry. And then Crooked Letter goes on and says, does anyone know about Mike Wallace? Will we finally have him to take the top off? Well,
he's probably playing.
Yeah, it's crazy. But I know he was practicing. I don't know if he's listed as questionable or out, but I have no clue yet.
No, if Mike Wallace plays, it's a big bonus for us because now we have that burner on top of Tate, on top of Alshon Jeffrey, on top of Ertz, on top of Goddard. You know, you have all these weapons. Now, our running game is still shot. I don't care what anybody says. Smallwood, to me, is a good back. He's not a great back. Josh Adams completely disappeared, and Sproles has been nothing but a beast, which Sproles also said that he may come back next year, which is a high possibility. Now, do I want to bring him back? I mean, he can never stay healthy, but at the same time, who says no?
Yeah.
You know,
we'll take veterans minimum.
Yeah, exactly.
And come on back.
Yeah, come on back, you know. And yeah, I would definitely bring Sproles back for the right price.
Yeah, absolutely.
I think he's a free agent.
Yeah, he's got the 1-year deal this year.
He has the 1-year deal. I'm gonna go over
either way. When draft time, I know I don't like to talk draft when the playoffs, but when draft time comes, I'm drafting myself a running back.
Yeah,
and you could see. With anybody out there that says you don't need a proven running back to win in this league, go look at the teams in the playoffs right now.
Yeah, you definitely need a running back. And honestly,
if Kareem Hunt didn't, if that video, you know, the whole thing with the Kareem Hunt,
I'm bringing him
in. He's in the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
You got the Cowboys with Zeke, you had the Rams with Todd Gurley, proven running backs in this league, and then you had the Chargers with Melvin Gordon.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go grab myself a running back.
If you're gonna draft a back next year, I wouldn't draft one first. I would wait 3 rounds to draft one, and then draft Bryce Love, who's coming off an ACL injury.
Yeah.
That's what I would do because you're gonna get value for him.
I love Benny Snell too.
You love Benny Snell.
I love Benny Snell.
Yeah, from Kentucky. I looked at some film. He looks like a stud.
He is.
But you're gonna get him in the late rounds. He's not gonna be a first-round pick.
Oh no.
But because he played with fucking Kentucky, you know. But if you really think he's worth it, go grab him in the third round
Mm-hmm.
before Bryce Love or something like that. But you never know. Anything else over there?
And then Jesse Meza says, according to USA, according to Twitter, USA want the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl. Green Legion reported it. I posted, Kyle.
According to the whole country?
Yeah, I guess so. I guess that's what he's saying.
So we went from the most hated to the most loved.
Yeah, how about that?
How about that? And we were also the highest.
Crazy how shit changes, huh?
We were the highest rated game last weekend since the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
Out of all the television
if you
shows.
took, I think it was, if you took the Super Bowls off of NBC, we were the highest rated wild card game on NBC in 25 years, which is crazy.
Speaks volume.
Yeah, it does.
And it's not the Bears. I'm telling you that right now.
No.
There's
no
no
shot.
fucking way.
No shot. Crooked Letter also goes on to say on Facebook, trying to save the face, right on the money.
Yeah.
I love Wentz, but that's been better. And who is better for the franchise right now?
Yeah, like I said, you said nail on the head. Yeah, they're trying to save face. That's what they're trying to do. They spent all their chips to go get their franchise guy. You guys can't feel bad for a player. You can't. It's a business. All right. At the end of the day, you're going to go with who's better. That's the cutthroat thing in business that you have to move on from. It's about dollars and cents. Now, if you see more value in your backup quarterback that's winning you football games, of course you're going to pay him over the other guy when his rookie deal's up. And that's just the fact of the matter. I know people love Carson Wentz and what he did in 2017, but what would you rather have? Would you rather have flashiness and potential injury over Super Bowl wins and playoff wins and like dorky play? You know what I'm saying? Like, all right, so I love Nick Foles. He's my favorite player in franchise history, all right? So obviously I have a little bit of bias. But at the same time, I'm going to admit, yes, he looks dorky. Yes, he's slow. But he gets the job done. And that's all I care about. I care about wins over stats, over anything. I just care about wins. I want to win titles. And yeah, I mean, you have to look past your personal bias when it comes to Carson Wentz, because if this guy wins another Super Bowl, I'm talking about Nick Foles now, if this guy wins another Super Bowl, you're going to have to weigh your options. You have to, because you can't go from winning 2 Super Bowls to a guy that if Carson Wentz does go to the playoffs next year and loses like McNabb always did, you're going to fucking kick yourself in the nuts.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's going to hurt bad, because then you're going to see Nick Foles potentially on the New York Giants, and I would hate that. I would absolutely hate that. But you know what? I understand the bias when it comes to Carson Wentz. The people love him, and I don't know if it's more of people love him or if they don't like Nick Foles and they don't like seeing him succeed, which people say all the time. Oh, that's not the case. Yeah, it is, because a lot of people wrote Nick Foles off and they're trying to make up for it. And it's bullshit.
Yeah.
But
so Greg
whatever.
Malakovich goes on and says, "Let's go, Harper. It's Harper Day, baby."
Mm-hmm.
I totally agree. God damn, get the deal done already, please.
Well, I told you before the show what's going to happen, so make what you want with it.
Yeah. Michael DeSantis says, hello, and then he also goes on to say, let's talk about the run game, which the run game has finally fucking shown up. Hello, welcome to the party.
Yep.
You kind of showed up late, but thank God you came.
Yeah.
I mean, the thing, I was texting Ryan and Frank about this, and it was kind of obvious while you were watching the Bears and the Bears game.
Right.
You really couldn't run up the middle without having like a wham block in there, because Hicks and Khalil Mack and all those guys up front, man, they were just ripping Brandon Brooks to shreds. They were taking Kelsey to school when there was a run up the middle. But yeah, the run game with Darren Sproles up the middle was working with the wham blocks. Like I told them on Wednesday, it's kind of when you run the ball up the middle with Sproles, it freezes the linebackers because they lose him because he's so small.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
They're like, where'd he go?
Yeah, he's so small you can't find him until he pops out of the tackles, and he's already 15 yards down the
It's
field.
like a fucking mole that pops out of the ground. It's like where the fuck did that come from?
Yeah,
You know?
seriously.
Yeah, but
thank God, we're running the ball, because now we can finally, run play actions. With keeping the defense honest as well.
yeah, exactly. The run game is big. I mean, to me, the run game won't really matter for tomorrow. It's going to be more about the long ball, because the Saints secondary is trash.
Oh, it's very bad.
They're bad.
Yeah.
So you're gonna be bombing the ball a lot. You're gonna be doing a lot of play action. I wouldn't really focus on the run game for tomorrow, because if you run the ball, it's gonna come out of nowhere. Maybe they'll try to throw some plays in there where it kind of catches the Saints off guard.
Yeah.
But for the majority, it's not really gonna be run heavy. It's gonna be more pass heavy, big time.
But I'll say this. The Saints secondary is very, very bad. I think they were 28th in the league.
They have
with
Eli
passes.
Apple. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Pick on him, please.
Yeah.
We know him from the Giants. He can't cover dog shit.
No, he can't. He sucks.
Yeah, pick on Eli Apple all day. But the thing that Nicky has to do is he has to be clean tomorrow. And what I mean by clean is that there's no interceptions.
Yep.
Because he got away with the Bears interceptions, the one in the end zone, the Nelson Aguilar. For a second, I didn't know what the hell he was looking at. He threw it into triple coverage with Nelson.
Yeah.
And then, but his first pick with Wendell, that wasn't his fault. Wendell, you got to box out more. Come on, man.
I will say this, though, with the interceptions. A lot of people want to nag on the interceptions and not what Nick Foles did well. The interceptions, whenever Nick turns the ball over, he how am I going to word this? Whenever he turns the ball over, he doesn't put you in harm's way. All right? So when that pick was in the end zone, they had to go all the way down the field.
Yeah, but what I'm saying now is that you got away with the second pick because it was in the end zone. It's Mitchell Trubisky.
Yeah.
If that happens against the Saints,
Brees.
you're going against the Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Who's seen everything in the league so far. Sean Payton's have seen everything in the league.
Mm-hmm.
So Nicky's got to keep it clean tomorrow. You can't have any turnovers. You can't. Well, you got to win the turnover battle tomorrow to beat the New Orleans Saints.
Well, everyone's worried about Drew Brees, but I have a stat on top of my head that is pretty it's pretty big. You know, the Eagles' defense this year is top 5 red zone defense.
Yeah.
You know, they might be number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, I was looking at that yesterday. Everyone's like, Drew Brees this, Drew Brees that. Well, if you don't get in the end zone, what does it matter? You know, because this team doesn't let up red zone touchdowns. You have to limit them to field goals. That's pretty much all you got to do tomorrow, and it's a basic win. It really is, because if you're scoring touchdowns like we're going to at will because the Saints defense sucks, and you're playing in dome conditions where Nick Foles has like a 149 rating, I mean, I don't see how we lose this game.
And
Ralphie.
we also need a Nicky from the Super Bowl to outduel Drew Brees.
Oh, he will.
We need that Nicky tomorrow. We really do.
100%. He's going. Nick Foles will have close to 400 yards tomorrow, easily.
You
and
think so?
4 touchdowns, 400 yards. I'll throw 1 pick in there, just to not be biased. Yeah.
So Crooked Letter on Facebook says, does anyone think that we'll have Grow again next year, or has he done enough to stay?
That's a big one. He's done enough to stay. But I was talking to my friend. He still doesn't want him back.
No, I'll move on. I'll move on because the regular season told me a lot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, come on, man. Like the press conference you had when you blatantly came out and said, I don't know how to incorporate Golden Tate.
Mm-hmm.
What? He's not that hard to put him in your playbook.
No.
Just throw him screens. Just throw him a little drag routes. He's the Yak King for a reason.
And that's another thing what I'm going to talk about when it comes to Carson Wentz too, because if you're going to play Carson Wentz next year, you have to see how the coaching was with him in there. Like, I mean, you can't really base everything off Nick Foles if you're going to go ahead and start Carson Wentz for the future, because Mike Rowe, even Doug Peterson, they didn't really coach well when Carson Wentz was in there, and that's big. You know, so you have to weigh your options. Yes. Do I think he did enough, and do I think he'll be back next year? Yes. But if you're looking at the regular season and down the road, do I think he should be back? No. It's just my honest opinion. It's a good question, though.
And then Michael DeSantis says, Josh Adams needs to play more, which I totally disagree. Totally disagree with that one.
Yeah.
He could stay on the bench.
I mean, I like Josh Adams, but he hasn't looked good the last 3-4 games.
Listen, if Wendell Smallwood's getting more carries than you, then you got a problem.
It's pretty big. Yeah, it's not good.
And then Crooked Letter says, I think we need to get Josh Adams running again. He messed up, but he has great potential and adds extra depth to our running back committee. But here's the thing, though. Like I've been saying as well, there's a trust factor, okay? And when the playoffs come, the trust factor, the bar goes up a little bit more. I'm going to trust Darren Sproles with the football and the tackles than Josh Adams, who's been fumbling almost every single game.
Yeah, you got to go with experience over non-experience.
Absolutely.
You know, you have to. I mean, it's the
like
playoffs.
I'm here to win football games, not the pat guys in the back who say, get them next time. No, I want to win now. I want to go get another Lombardi.
Do you guys want to know how we won the Super Bowl last year? We had not zero mistakes, but we limited our mistakes.
Yeah.
You know, we didn't have many. And in the playoffs, if you make mistakes, you're going to lose. You know, so I understand you want to give Josh Adams the touches, the runs, the whatever, but if he didn't get the job done before, do you really want to put him out there as a risk?
Yeah.
I don't know about
think
that.
about it. The Carolina game, we were up 17-0, and the first carry we gave Josh Adams, he fumbled it.
Yeah.
So I mean, And that cost us the game right there because we were already up 17-0. They got the ball at midfield, and the rest is history.
Yeah, exactly.
So, I mean, I'll definitely take experience over inexperience any day of the week.
Big time.
It's just that Sproles and Smallwood are doing their jobs, and you can't. I'm not going to take away carries from two guys that are doing their jobs from a guy that's gotten one touch so far in the playoffs.
Exactly.
You know, I'm not going to risk it.
Nope. Anything else over there?
Nope, that's it.
That's it for right now. All right, I'm going to go over here on YouTube because I saw a couple. I'm sorry we took so long to come over to YouTube. We have a Facebook portion of the show that we're on for an hour, and then we're all YouTube. David Roska says, I'm ready for the Rams to beat the Cowboys tonight. Roska, I hope so, but I don't see it. I have the Cowboys actually winning because of the defense, and your defense isn't that good. So I think Dak will have all day to throw, and unfortunately, I have the Cowboys winning by a score of 28-17. He also says tonight Rams will win. Defense, Goff, and Gurley. You're missing Cooper Kupp, which is huge. Shakir.
Cooper Kupp hurts that offense, man. Losing him
Yeah,
hurt that offense
it's
big time. Yeah.
Yeah, it's obvious too. I mean,
Josh Reynolds is good, but he's not good as like Cooper Kupp.
No, not even close. Shakiri Latif says greetings. What's up, Shakir? And he goes on saying the Eagles are not beating Dallas in Dallas. I mean, honestly, if the Eagles get to Dallas, they're not losing that game because Dallas would be the weakest team left that the Eagles would have to face.
Yeah.
And after you beat the Bears, who were my Super Bowl pick before the Eagles got into the playoffs, and then you go to New Orleans and beat the Saints, you're not losing to Dallas.
Yeah.
It's not happening. So, dream on. Final Flash says, Final Flash says, Parkey should have been cut mid-season. It's debatable, but they wanted to give him a shot. Thank God.
Yeah.
Parkey hasn't been good since 2014, he also says. And Will Nelson says Rams next. He has the Rams beating the Cowboys. Mike Wallace is questionable, says Alex Sanchi. I think he's going to play tomorrow because in the Dome, it's on turf, and he hasn't played since week fucking 2, so he's got to get out there sometime. Michael Cambria says, go Saints. Disagree completely. Will Nelson says Cowgirls will be going home with the Giants and Redskins to watch us tomorrow beat the Aints. We'll see. I mean, it's a big day of football.
I'll show you what, that Cowboys game is a coin flip.
Yeah.
Heads or tails, pick one.
Yeah,
because
so?
I could see it like that.
Yeah, I mean, the Cowboys to me, and I know a lot of people hate when I give positives to the Cowboys, but the Cowboys right now are the best defense remaining in the playoffs.
Yeah.
They're the tough.
They're middle, Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch, dude, they're studs, man. They're really studs.
And I call it how I see it. I mean, the way you beat the Cowboys is simple. Limit Dak Prescott.
Yeah.
It's that simple.
And listen, it's not going to be a home game for the Rams tonight. It's going to be 80-20 Cowboys fans in the Coliseum. You know how it is out there in L.A. with all the cockroaches scurrying around, all Cowboys gear. Like I said, going into the playoffs this year, the Rams are, even though the Rams are the 2 seed and have a home field advantage in the divisional round, it's not going to be a home field advantage. I'm sorry.
No, not at all.
If you want some examples, go look when we played them last year and this year as well.
Yep.
Go look when the Packers came into town. It was all green. No, you couldn't see any blue or yellow.
Ton of cheeseheads.
It's going to be the same thing with the Cowboys. Does it suck for the Rams? Yeah, but that's what you get. You know.
Yeah.
You move out to a bigger market. There's teams and family members that have been picking different teams since you moved.
Yep.
And one of them is the Cowboys, and it's going to be heavy Cowboys fans there tonight. Especially
because LA is not really a football town. It's more of a basketball town. You know,
yeah.
if you're gonna people are still wearing the Kobe Bryant jerseys. You know, even though he retired 3 years ago. It's a strict basketball town, like maybe hockey a little bit, baseball, then football.
Yeah.
I think football's dead last in LA. I don't think people care about football, which is why they've moved it numerous times back and forth.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, I definitely have to agree with that. And Scott Walter says, dude, I'm crazy. I guess I'm crazy. Gongo's 951 says he was going back and forth with Will Nelson. If that's the case, Wentz better deliver. The fan base will shit all over him. Listen, I agree 100%. You know, you have a guy that wins you 2 Super Bowls potentially, and you go with the guy that's won you nada, and he play. Dude, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad. I know Ralphie loves Carson Wentz. But, yeah, if Wentz doesn't perform next year, if they choose to go that way, it's going to get really bad in the fan base. And that's not something I like to see with an Eagles player.
Mm-hmm.
But I know what's coming. I know these fans bash players when they're bad.
Yeah.
And he's a North Dakota boy, and it's completely different. It's not close. Like, you have to have the mindset to play. And obviously, Nick Foles has that mindset to play here.
Yeah.
We don't know what Carson Wentz has when he plays not up to his standards. Especially after the Carolina game, he looked a little down on himself when he didn't complete it to Smallwood. Yeah, fuck, what am I saying? It was Smallwood.
Yeah.
And he was targeting on Zach Ertz the whole time, and that is concerning to me because to be a clutch QB in the NFL, you need to weigh all your options. And when you target in on a player, it's just concerning. It really is, and I don't know what I'm going to do. But for right now, it's about the playoffs. It's about the Eagles. We'll get into that QB controversy in the offseason. It's going to be fun talk radio. We all know this. And right now, I'm concentrating on the good and the positive. All right? There's going to be a ton of negative, but let's just go with the birds right now in the playoffs.
Crooked Letter on Facebook says, double Thomas, spy Kamara, eat on the D-line, protect Nick, and ball security. Eagles 28, Saints 24.
I said Eagles 28, Saints 20, so that's pretty close.
Yeah.
You know, the Saints will obviously get their points. They'll get more field goals than they'll kick more field goals than touchdowns, in my opinion. But yeah, I don't see how we lose this game. I know we're 8-point underdogs, but it's just I think that's a bullshit line.
Yeah,
I really do. They had to make something of it just to get the money line up, but whatever. Anything else over there?
And then Manny Martinez says, I think this is about Josh Adams. I'm not sure.
Okay.
If he's still watching and can clarify. But he says, what do you mean he hasn't looked good? He played great up until the Texans fumble. Y'all make it seem like QBs don't throw picks. Shaking my head. Well, the Jacksonville game, if he doesn't get his ass down, he fumbles that one. And, you know, we live to tell the story because he gets his ass down. And the ball still came out, but it came Eagles ball. And then he also fumbled against Carolina, which changed around the whole game. And then the Texans game, he also fumbled. So what's the point? Yeah. I'm taking it's a known fact. Right. I'm taking an experienced guy over inexperienced any day of the week.
Right.
Sorry, I'm here to win football games.
Yeah, you are.
I'm not here to coddle somebody because he's a rookie and stuff like that. I'm taking 43 and I'm taking 28, and you're going to run the ball down the throat every single day of the week.
Yep.
Josh, maybe 2 minutes left in the game when we're blowing the team out by 42. There's your touches.
Yeah.
But I'm sorry, but there's a trust factor. And maybe the trust factor with Doug is that Josh Adams fumbled, 3 to 4 times this year already?
You can't fumble against the Saints.
It's the playoffs, man. It's not the regular season anymore.
Yeah.
Like, you're one and done. Do
These are the elite. This is the Elite Eight. Like, these teams are all fucking good.
Yeah.
Like, you have to understand that. This isn't preseason where you give your touches. It's not like that anymore. You can't baby people. You're going to put the best out there at all times. You know, that's just how it is. And if you don't like it, then tough.
Yeah.
You know, this is the playoffs. We're here to win another title. We're not here to fucking say, oh, the season was a success because we made the playoffs after a Super Bowl run. No, fuck that. That's a losing mentality. You're going to win the fucking Lombardi Trophy, okay? If you happen to lose, you lose, okay? Is it a success to me? Absolutely not. Because you're going to win the trophy. If you lose, you lose. You know, you're a loser.
Yeah.
That's just how I see it. A lot of people are like, oh, it's a success. No, it's not. Getting to the playoffs is not a success. We are winners now. It's the new norm to win titles. We want to get past all these other teams that are in front of us. You want to take advantage of it because you don't know how long you're going to be good for. You know, it took us fucking 50-plus years to win a Lombardi Trophy.
Yeah. I don't feel like waiting another 50 years,
no,
Kyle.
no, I don't either.
Yeah.
So
I'll be on my deathbed and they'll win their second, you know?
So when people like Tom say it will be a success, no, it's not. You have to win.
Yeah.
You know, you're hot. You got into the playoffs. If you didn't get into the playoffs with this team, how on fire they were, I would be bashing my head in the wall right now because I'd be like, this team could beat these teams. And now they're in the playoffs because they got lucky. And I'm saying, this team can beat every fucking team in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Every single one of them because of how hot they are, how they play together, and just how poised they are. You know, and they're going to prove it. That's the thing. And everyone's like trying to set themselves up for a loss for tomorrow. Why? Why do that? Why with the negativity shit? We won a Lombardi. There's no reason to be negative. We're not going to go back to that. Losing is in the past.
Because you know what? At the beginning of the season, man, when we were 1-1 and 4-6 like that, you had the bandwagon Eagles fans that always said, whatever, I got my Super Bowl ring. What? What?
Yeah.
You're giving up already just because you got one Super Bowl ring? Yeah. Listen, I want another Super Bowl, man.
Yeah.
Could it be this year? Could it be next 5 years?
I want them every year.
I know.
Yeah.
As a franchise, you won it every year. And granted, we won ours yesterday. I almost said yesterday. Yeah. We won yours last year. and now we're in the dance again. So let's go back to back, man.
And a lot of people are saying we're not as good as the Saints. I think we're better. Like, I really do. I mean, last year, how far off is last year's Saints team to our Eagles team?
Mm-hmm.
You know, let's go down the line. I mean, did we lose some key players like Trey Burton and LeGarrette Blount? Yeah, but LeGarrette Blount, he was big, but at the same time, he's replaceable. We have Darren Sproles right now, who looks like an absolute beast. We have Smallwood that looks like a serviceable back.
Yeah.
You know, he's not that big of a piece that you missed. And you have Alshon back. You have Ertz, who was an absolute stud this year. You have pieces. Like, I don't think this team right now is far off from our Super Bowl team at all. And that's just my opinion. Like, everyone likes to look at the record, say 13-3, 9-7. Okay, that's fine. They played better than us in the regular season. They killed us in the regular season. But that was the regular season. The Giants are known to have a miserable team in the regular season and get hot at the right time in the playoffs with Eli Manning. Like, the playoffs are a complete different ballgame. The clock did not strike zero on us with us down yet. You know, we're here to win the games. We're here to play the games. And if you think we're going to lose before the game starts and say, oh, it was a successful season, no matter what happens, you're a loser. It's just the fact of the matter.
Yeah.
You're not trying to win. You are setting yourself up for the loss, and that makes you a loser. Sorry if that hurts. It's the truth.
Jerome Carey on Facebook says this game will be different because we should dictate the percentage they have the ball to have a chance to score. I say go deep early, make them respect over the top. We can work with the middle easier.
I'm going bomb the first play of the game.
Oh yeah, if Mike Wallace is playing, play action.
Yep.
Good night. Okay, let's see if your leg's good to go, Mike.
Yep.
Yep, you got to respect that. And like you said, their secondary is very bad. So can we throw the ball a little bit more today, or tomorrow, and just attack that secondary, and then whatever comes with the run, whatever comes with the run. You know, but you can't shy away. I will say this about Doug. He can't, if the run is not there in the first quarter, second quarter, right, you got to stick with the run because you have to make the defense respect your run game.
Yeah.
You have to.
Yeah. To be honest with you, I know I said earlier in your show that I would stick to the pass. But, hell, if they don't stop the run, just keep running.
Oh, yeah, I'm going to pound it until you stop it.
Until
right?
you stop it. And then you bomb it against their bad secondary.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Just make it our game.
Crooked Letter said, I heard something about Kelsey retiring. Please tell me otherwise. That's a false rumor.
Yeah,
Eagles actually came out and said that.
Well, someone on Twitter, Jimmy Kempsky, I don't know if anyone knows him, but he's a beat reporter for the Eagles. He said that Kelsey was planning on retiring at the end of the season. And Kelsey's 31. I would understand if he were to retire because he's a center. But at the same time, you never know. If he goes out a winner, I think he retires. But if he loses, I think he comes back. Just my honest opinion. There's some water to that report.
Yeah.
Because centers take a beating. They really do. And he's helped us out a lot.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, if he wins us another title, no. If he chooses to retire, then it is what it is.
Crooked Letter also goes on to say, realistically, can we keep Foles and Wentz? I'll hate to say either of them go. You can keep Foles, but it's just, you can keep both of them. But it's going to be a lot of money. I'll tell you that.
No, it's not even about the money. You can keep both of them, and yes, it is realistic. But do you want to keep both of them? My answer to that is no. Just because if Wentz goes in there and you have Foles sitting on the bench and Wentz plays bad, and Foles has you possibly 2 titles, the fans are going to give Carson shit, like big time. Because you have 2 titles and you're going with another option that's not performing.
Yeah.
So if you're going to go with Carson, I would just say either hopefully Foles retires or you trade him away out of conference to the Raiders or something. I don't want them to do that to him, though. Trade him to the Raiders or something and just go with Carson Wentz and whatever happens.
Listen, if they're giving me a first-round pick for Nick Foles,
yeah,
I might have to do it, brother.
I would try to raise that price. Mm-hmm. You know, especially if you win.
If he's coming off a Super Bowl win,
yeah.
I want your top draft pick.
Yeah,
I want number 4.
Yeah,
I want the top pick.
Oh, I would. I mean, if we were to trade away Nick Foles, if he were to win another title, the Raiders are giving me their top 4 pick. Yeah, definitely for a stud player. Even though there's not many stud players out there this year, but yeah, the draft coming up is a little lackluster. But I'm not really talking about that right now.
Yeah.
Final Flash said over here, if Foles leaves, where do you see him going? Again, I don't really like to talk about this right now.
I said Oakland.
Yeah, that's what I say too. I would say Oakland because John Gruden loves Nick Foles, and he likes Carson Wentz. Now, personally, a dream scenario for me would to trade Carson Wentz to Oakland, out of conference, never have to see him again, for 3 of their first-round picks. That's what I would do. Because especially if I'm given a winner, Nick Foles, just get a quality backup, possibly Joe Flacco, because I don't know if he's going to be a starter again in this league. Who knows? But if he's not.
Get Joe Flacco as a backup?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
I would.
No way.
Why not? You wouldn't take Joe Flacco as a backup?
No.
Why?
'Cause he stinks.
That's a backup?
Absolutely.
He completely butchered the Pittsburgh Steelers on the road this year. I was at that game.
He stinks.
He doesn't stink.
And he also got replaced by Lamar Jackson.
But yeah, he'd be a backup, though. He wouldn't be a starter.
Joe
You have to think about this. Like, I mean, there are viable options on the table. Like, can Carson Wentz be a stud? Yeah, we've seen it. But if you're giving me 3 first-round picks for a 2-time Super Bowl champion,
I'm taking it.
I'm taking it. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Goodbye, Carson. Goodbye.
If somebody comes with 3 firsts for Nicky, see you, Nick.
That won't happen, though.
I know.
Because Nick's 30. And
He's-
Carson Wentz
yeah.
is 4 years younger.
Yep.
So, I mean, yeah, they're saying Harlem Cowboys like Wentz to the Jaguars.
Oh, God.
I mean, that's another sexy one because
And if we're going to do that, give me Jalen Ramsey.
there you go. Now you're thinking.
Give me Jalen.
You're thinking about putting a team around our Super Bowl winning quarterback. You're thinking about it. I'm telling you. You're thinking about it.
Manny Martinez says, don't put that Carolina loss, I guess, on Josh Adams. Stop it. Well, I mean, he did fumble to change the whole game around, Manny, so.
Yeah.
Whatever. Dirk goes on to say, we easily play this way. We easily play this way. A play that could have been 12-4, and nobody would have been scared, Tom.
Wait, who said that?
Dirk Dallas.
Dirk Dallas.
Yep.
Okay. Can you reread that question?
Yeah, I don't. Manny says, everyone acts like we were straight poo this year. We just didn't close out games like we did last year, and that is true. We didn't close out. We had 2 games on the road. Well, a game on the road we were up 17 against Tennessee, 4th and 19, and Corey Graham falls asleep at the wheel. That's a first down, and the rest is history. They go on to win it, and then the Carolina game, we're up 17-0 going into the 4th, and Josh Adams fumbles at midfield. Defense can't do anything about it. The rest is history. We lose that game 21-17.
Well, I mean, going back to what he said, Manny, you said everyone acted like we were straight poo. Well, we were. I mean, we were losing games. When you lose, it doesn't matter how good you look in those games. You lost. Yeah, you're coming off a Super Bowl team that was 13-3 the previous year, and you're 4-6. Like, that's not good. That's not a good turnaround. Like, you're on verge of not even making the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
You are straight poo. Like, that's just how you are. And, you know, obviously I call it how I see it all the time. Like, we didn't look good at all. We looked like one of the bottom barrel teams. Like, we didn't look good at all. And Harlem Cowboy says, I remember when people said Wentz was better than Dak. He's still better than Dak. I think Dak is a winner, but he's not good, if that makes any sense. You know, he wins football games, but he's not good. Like, it's just like you watch him throw the ball, and he seems like he has no power. Like, it's just weird.
I mean, don't forget, you guys were at 3-5 at one point in the season.
Yeah, and then you went on a run.
Don't forget about that either.
Yeah, exactly.
Jerome Carey says, when we beat the Saints, we would have beaten the best defense and offense. Saints this year, the Super Bowl is ours.
Yeah, I mean, I can't disagree. You know, if we beat the Saints, you have a one-way ticket to the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
because
do you want Dallas in the NFC Championship game?
I do. My friend doesn't because he hates Dallas with a passion, and he said if Dallas
here's
beats
the
us,
thing. Yeah,
yeah,
that's what scares me a little bit because then you have to listen to the Cowboys talk about it all year long until next season, how we beat the Eagles to go to the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And then, especially if they win the Super Bowl, oh God, you'll never hear the end of it.
No, I mean, it's good karma too because they hosted the draft this year.
Yeah,
and we hosted the draft last year and we won the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
so, you know, I mean, you have your ups and downs with that one, but we'll call it we'll call it when it gets there.
Yeah,
you know, would I want to play the Cowboys? Me, absolutely, I'd go. I would go to Dallas. I've never been to Dallas. That would be fun for me. It'd be a little bit expensive, but I would make that work. Yeah, I mean, we don't know yet. It's good to look ahead, but right now I'm going to stick with this game, and then we'll talk when we get there. Anything over there?
Jerome Carey also says, our losses wasn't on Wentz or Adams. They were in our injured defense, period.
No. Our losses were on Wentz. It's obvious. You know, everyone likes to blame everything else when Carson Wentz does bad. When Nick Foles does bad, they blame Nick Foles. It's a bias in the fan base with Carson Wentz, and it's kind of fucking weird. And it's like if I met someone that is that biased with Carson Wentz, other than Tom, because I put up with Tom. But if I meet someone that says Carson Wentz wasn't part of our problems this year, you might as well just like run through a fucking wall or like bash your head into a TV or something because you're stupid. You're dumb. Like you look at these. I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I'm calling you dumb. But if you go back and watch the games, most of these games lost were because of Carson Wentz. All right. Now I'll go back to that Carolina game for you. All right. The people that say, "Oh, he didn't give up 17 points." Okay. The defense gave up 21 unanswered points, but we had 2 timeouts remaining. We had 1:12 left on the 30-yard line on Carolina's end of the field. All right. Nick Foles would have won the game. He would have 100% won the game, and he would have scored in 30 seconds. What does Carson Wentz do? He targets Zach Ertz in the middle of the end zone. 2 times should have been picked. Wendell Smallwood on the left side of the field, wide open for the touchdown. Doesn't even look his way. You know? A lot of people want to say, oh, it wasn't Carson Wentz. It was. And I think this is a blessing in disguise. And people want to say, again, the Cowboys game where we lost, Carson Wentz played some of the worst football I've ever seen in Eagles history in the first half. Some of the worst. Then we get a lucky turnover. We're right on the goal line. Throws to Alshon, cross route. Simple. Anyone could do that. You could probably do that. I mean, I hate bashing on Carson Wentz, but idiot fans make me do it because he was the prime reason in some of these games why we lost. And everyone wants to blame everyone else but him. And I'm sorry, Ralphie, but it's the truth. It's the truth.
It's fine. Right?
Yeah.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion. You got to say what you got to say.
Exactly.
Crooked Letter says, we need Cowboys in Jerry Wood world because they swept us. We ain't scared of Dallas. Mm-hmm. Pros and cons of that one, but, you know.
Well, if they beat us 3 times, you know, that'd be kind of tough.
Yeah,
to take in, you know?
Tough pill to swallow, I'll say that.
Yeah.
Jerome Carey says, we rumbled every game except the Saints game. Dak is a need help quarterback. He isn't a top quarterback by far.
No, but he's a winner. That's the problem I have because Dak, statistically, his stats look good. If you look at him with an eye test, you think he sucks. Fact of the matter is he wins football games. And like I said before, I'm definitely not a hypocrite when it comes to that. I say Nick Foles wins football games. But Nick Foles looks better than Dak at doing it. So it depends which way you want to go with it. But Dak wins football games. You know, he won a playoff game.
Yeah.
You know, so.
And then Dirk says, motivation is more versus Dallas than the Rams. The Rams are going to be vengeful to us like they were.
I'm not scared of the Rams.
Like we are like the Saints.
I'm not scared of the Rams. The thing about the Dallas Cowboys is everyone would like to say that's an easier game. To me, it would be. Yes, you're correct. But the problem is their fucking defense, man.
Yeah.
Their defense. Their
scary.
front.
Yeah.
Their physical corners. They'll be at home. They'll be in the NFC title game where they haven't been in like 20 years. Mm-hmm. It's it'll be a tricky one. It'll be fun though. But we'll talk about it when it gets there, you know.
And then Rob Strout says, blocking a field goal is not winning by luck.
We did. All right, so I'm going to go back to that one, too, because, you know, I was watching that at the bar, and everyone went crazy, obviously. But getting your finger on a ball, I guess you could call it a block. But at the same time, the trajectory of his kick was so low that it really should have never been blocked in the first place. So I'd say it was a little bit of luck, but I'll take luck.
Yeah.
I really would, you know.
And then Jerome Carey says if we were up by 17, our defense should bring it home. That's football.
Yeah, but they were playing prevent defense, and the whole game you're saying, oh, yeah, they should hold them. Okay, what about the offense laying off the gas pedal? All right, yeah, the defense should hold them, but you have Cam Newton, a mobile quarterback, where we always have trouble with mobile quarterbacks. Defensively in history.
And that's another reason why I don't think I want Dallas in the NFC Championship game is because another mobile quarterback will have to face.
Yeah.
And all season long we faced 3 of them, and we lost all 3 of them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the history's on the wall right there. You lost to Tennessee, mobile quarterback in Mariota.
Yep.
You lost to Carolina, mobile quarterback in Cam. Yep. And you got swept by Dallas with Dak Prescott, who's a mobile quarterback.
Yep.
So, I mean, the history's on the wall this year is that we have a tough time with a mobile quarterback.
Yeah, always.
Yeah.
Like, if we saw Russell Wilson, we probably would have lost.
Mm-hmm.
Like, that's just right on the wall. Thank God Dallas beat Russell Wilson because we don't have to see him, because he kills us. It's the same thing with Rodgers. You know, they kill us. Mobile quarterbacks are kryptonite, and we don't have to face any of them.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Anything over there on
yeah,
YouTube?
Yeah. Gongo says, I'd rather play against the Rams than the Cowboys if we make it past New Orleans.
Me too. I'll take a game out in LA.
Yeah.
75-degree weather. Absolutely.
All Eagles fans?
Go sling it, Nikki.
I think it would be pretty much all Eagles fans.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
NFC Championship game out there.
It would be a home game.
75-degree weather out there in LA. Damn, I might have to go.
Yeah, it would be a home game. I don't know how much flight tickets would be. It'd probably be $600 round trip.
Yeah.
Around that, and then the ticket probably $250 maybe. So maybe that would be worth it. I don't know. And Shakir Latif says Dak has been playing for 3 years, went to the playoffs. He said 3 years, but it was only 2.
No, it's been 3.
2.
What?
No, he's been playing for 3 years, and he said he went to the playoffs 3 years.
Oh yeah, 2
yeah.
2 yeah.
Yeah, it's 2. Last year he missed it. They went 8-8. Yeah, I mean, he wins football games. I've been saying that. I hate giving him credit because I think he's awful, but he wins football games, so whatever. Robert Mensa, great comment coming up. Earlier on in the year, Foles didn't have Jeffrey. If he did, Foles would have been undefeated. Agree 100%. The Foles and Jeffrey duo is one of the best in the NFL, by far. It's like they find each other. And him only having Aguilar to work with, having a beat-up Jay Ajayi to work with, you know, did he still score points? Yeah. Did the defense do their job? Yeah. Not in the Buccaneer game, though. With that being said, he didn't have Alshon Jeffrey, and he almost brought them back against the Bucs, which he should have brought them back, but the defense couldn't hold their own at the end of the game, and it was 113 degrees out. So, come on, guys. Please, just look at the TV for once and just realize that right now, Foles is the better option down the road. It's obvious. It's so obvious. And I hate dumbing down my words, but it's so obvious. And I can't believe I'm the only one that sees this. So that's all I'm going to say. Anything over there on Facebook, Ralphie?
Yeah, so Jerome Carey says, once again, fingertip is not luck. It's football.
Mm-hmm.
If you pay attention to the field goal attempt, Maddox almost blocks the kick. Pretty sure him getting there had something to do with the low kick as well.
No, absolutely not. Who said that?
Jerome Carey.
No, Jerome, buddy. Kickers kick the ball. That's what they do. They don't change halfway because someone's coming in. They're going to go with the rhythm. They're going to go what's best. They're going to go with the way they know how to kick it through the uprights.
Yeah, but there's some points, though. If you see somebody coming in fast, you're like, shit, I got to get this off quicker.
Yeah, I mean, I guess. Mm-hmm. But at the same time, everyone's trying to say, oh, it wasn't luck. Guys, it was luck. It was luck. That shit. Just be proud. Be proud that we lived to fight another day.
Be proud because 3 years ago that would have never happened.
That would never happen. It would have bounced. It would have. No, you know what it would have done 3 years ago? It would have bounced off that upright, bounced off the middle, and then went in.
Yep.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, that would have been our luck.
Yeah, exactly.
Crooked Letter says the Titans game was lost because of our defense. We gave up that big fourth and 2
huge, yeah.
to Henry, which set up that win. While it was the fourth
and 10 to Mariota.
Yeah, and then he came back. I think it was 4th down and 15, and Corey Graham fell asleep and he got the first down to I think it was Rashard Matthews or Corey Davis, one of them.
Corey Davis killed us that game.
Yeah, he did. He had a
really
good game.
I wanted Corey Davis. I really did. I thought he was a stud from Western Michigan.
Yeah.
And I wanted him, but it worked out, so whatever.
Mike goes on to say, Birds got this. Going to be tough, but they will come out with the win. And Foles and team we trust. Fly, Eagles, fly.
Let's go Birds, baby.
Yep.
Love it. Alex Sanchi over here on YouTube says, I'll take luck any day of the week. Yep, I would too. And I used to criticize Giants fans for it because most of the titles came from luck, but whatever.
Yeah, 2 lucky catches, one off the helmet from one
Tyree.
off the helmet, yeah. And then that sideline freaking catch by Mario Manningham. Oh my goodness, what a catch.
That was insane.
Yeah. And then Crooked Letter says, I think play calling has helped and hurt us this season. It's been up and down with the coordinators and with injury involved. Now things are meshing because of consistency, which is true. But you can also say that Nick Foles is limited in some ways that Carson Wentz is not, with the whole mobility and moving him out of the pocket and stuff. And And you can really see that Nick Foles thrives in the RPO
Yeah.
system. Like he mastered that shit from day one when we had him when Chip Kelly was here.
Yep.
But yeah, I think it's just hard for me to see Nick go anywhere else and be successful just because he went to St. Louis. Granted, it was with just Jeff Fisher.
Yeah.
But I mean, Jeff Fisher also had freaking Steve McNair as well as his quarterback at one time in his career. So, but yeah, it's hard for me to see Nick go anywhere else and have the same exact success that he did here without being in the RPO system.
Yep.
That's why I say maybe if he wins another one, he might ride into the sunset. You know, it's possible, but you never know.
Yeah, you never know. I mean, yeah, everything's meshing right now because everything's balanced, you know, and everyone likes to say with Carson Wentz they give him more to do. Well, if it's not working, why don't you dumb it down to where Nick Foles is, you know? It's like, why do you have to make him outsmart him? Like, I don't understand that. It's like, oh, he gives him more to do. The offense is dumbed down for Nick Foles. Which one is working? You know, it's common sense. You know, if something's not working for Carson Wentz, dumb it down to Nick Foles' level, you know? And whatever works.
Yeah.
You know,
Jerome Carey says, I agree. Foles looks better in our offense. That's why I said earlier we will dictate how the Saints have the chance to score. Foles will move the ball more consistently. We just need the Nick Foles from the Super Bowl. We need Nick Foles to go toe-to-toe with Drew Brees. Every time Drew Brees scores, we have to score right back.
Yep.
You have to score in every single drive against this New Orleans Saints team to beat them.
I don't think Drew Brees is going to score that much.
You don't think so?
I don't think so.
We'll see.
I like how our defense is playing.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. They're playing like one of the best defenses in the league right now.
Yeah.
You know, they went to LA and they completely shut down that offense for a latter part of the game.
Yeah.
Like it's like everyone's like, "Oh, this defense isn't that good. The secondary sucks." I'm like, "Really? Have you watched the recent
Well, I'll
weeks?
say this: the front four is actually getting to the quarterback, which
Yeah.
is and the proven the statements always is if you have a good front seven, it makes your secondary look really good.
Yeah.
I mean, look at Seattle; their front four during the Legion of Boom era was insane.
Yeah.
You know, always getting to the quarterback. Bobby Wagner was there, Earl Thomas. You know, your Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor. I mean, that defense was something to see, something that we probably would never see again. Hopefully he becomes what the Eagles, you know.
Yeah.
Hopefully he comes over here. But yeah, if your front four can get to the quarterback, and Drew Brees ain't a mobile quarterback, so
Yeah.
we'll see what happens.
No, and Avonte Maddox, like he has been the key piece.
Yeah, what a
in-
baller,
like,
huh?
He's awesome.
Yeah.
Avonte Maddox is awesome. I hope they keep Sidney Jones far on the bench. Like,
Oh well, I said this on Wednesday as well. If Sidney Jones gets injured next year,
I don't like
Jones
him.
on the
I don't-
block, baby.
I don't like him.
Jones on the block.
I don't
he can't
like-
stay healthy,
I don't.
man.
No, not only that, I don't like how he plays.
Mhm.
Like I don't like how he plays plays the game of football. Like everyone wants to diss Maddox for the double bite, but at the same time, you know, the guy has done his job.
Yeah.
You
He
know,
has.
and you know the double bite. Yeah,
And that's
someti-
that's going to be another tough decision for the defense as well, who to keep and who to move on.
Yep.
Because you have all these good young corners now. It's like, do we give Sidney another chance knowing that he might get injured and then slip Maddox back in there? But,
Yep.
you know, I'm riding this wave right now, and Foles has been giving us another chance, thankful. But, yeah, we'll see what happens tomorrow night.
Yeah. And Alex Sanchi over on YouTube said Foles was slept on big time Arizona. It's funny. We have a story with that one. Back at Michigan State, he actually started his career out at Michigan
Yeah,
State,
he
and they
did.
picked Kirk Cousins over Nick Foles.
And he transferred.
Big loser
Stop.
decision.
Stop.
Big loser decision.
Stop.
That's why Michigan State will never win anything. Loser fucking
Stop.
school.
What did he do at Arizona?
Nothing, because Arizona's in the
thank you.
Pac-12.
Thank you.
You know.
Yeah.
You know, it's hard to win over there. Right. All right. So, anything else over there on Facebook?
Nothing. Well, Mike says real quick before we go to break, just to make sure everybody that's on Facebook come over to our YouTube channel.
Please
A2B
do.
Radio,
Yeah, we're going to
search it.
2:30.
And we're going to be talking about Sixers and Flyers and the picks for the divisional weekend.
Yep.
So finish off with Mike. He says with Foles using at least 8 players, better chance against Saints with him than Wentz, who only targeted 2 to 3 guys. Just saying.
Yeah, Nick Foles doesn't zone in on players.
Mm-hmm.
He spreads it out, and that's exactly what you got to do as an NFL franchise. So, with that being said, come on back over on YouTube. We're done on Facebook. Thanks for joining in, and yeah, we'll talk more birds. We'll talk about the picks, Sixers, Flyers, and we'll be good.
Yep.
All right. See you guys on the other side.
Hi, folks. Bob Mannery here. You're listening to A2D Radio, real sports talk radio for the fans, by the fans, no agenda. These guys are the best in the business. Hashtag it. No notes.
And we are back on this Saturday edition of the Hooligans, brought to you by Skizana Sports Center, 5 Carnegie Plaza, Cherry Hill, New Jersey, 856-889-3434. Find them on the web at skizanasports.com. We are here at the Real Talk Studios in Mount Ephraim, New Jersey, and we're here to talk about the NFL Divisional round picks.
Well, they start today, and then tomorrow we have the first game is against the Colts and the Chiefs. And then the last game of tonight is the Rams and Cowboys.
All right, cool. Let's start off with the Colts and Chiefs. Now, how's it looking out there in Missouri?
Good old snow out there. Let's see what the Colts do. I think I'm not a big gambler, so I might be saying this wrong.
Right.
I think the Chiefs are getting 4.5.
Yeah, I saw 5.5 earlier. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna take the Kansas City Chiefs to win and cover the spread.
Mm-hmm.
I think the Kansas City Chiefs, with how much is snowing out there, will affect what the Colts' game plan is.
Yeah.
And I think my friend was actually telling me that it's still snowing hard out there.
Really?
And people were stuck on the highways. And no, like 5 people died.
Really?
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Terrible. 5 people died out there, and I'm sorry to them and their families.
Yeah.
Like, rest in peace. It was really bad. And the highways were covered with snow. And, yeah.
Yeah, we'll see what happens with the Colts because they're another dome team that's going to play outside their element, but we'll see.
Mm-hmm.
But I got Kansas City in this. I mean Andy on a bye. You know how Andy is after bye weeks. I mean his teams are always red hot.
Right.
And you have the NFL MVP as your quarterback in Patrick Mahomes, who's thrown over 50 touchdowns this year so far.
Yep.
In the regular season. But yeah, I think at Arrowhead with the snow, the home field advantage. I mean, ain't no Colt fans taking over Arrowhead.
No, it's not happening.
So I'll take the Chiefs in this one.
Minus the 5.5?
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
All right, cool.
So the next one is at 8:15 on Fox tonight. Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are calling this, obviously, because it's a
Yay.
Cowboys game. Dallas at L.A. I think this is giving me Rams are getting 7.
This is one of the easier games of the weekend. I'm going Cowboys money line, and I'm going them to obviously cover the point spread. The LA Rams, they've lost their big piece, Cooper Kupp, since week 13, I believe, and they haven't been the same since. You know, I honestly, in the beginning of the season, I had the Rams of one of the best teams in NFL history, which is weird. Because of the way everything went down on the Monday Night Football game against the Chiefs, it didn't look like they could be stopped. And then they lose a big piece like Cooper Kupp, and it's obvious that they're not the same team. So I think what Dallas is going to do is they're going to limit the Rams' options that they have, and I think they're going to stuff them. And Dak's going to get a ton of time because the Rams' defense kind of stinks.
Yeah,
So,
unless if their front four can get at least some pressure. I really the one matchup I want to see is Frederick and Aaron Donald go up against each other. That's going to be a fun battle to see. But yeah, they have Sue on the front line. They have Aaron Donald on the front line.
Yep.
Then they have I don't even think I'm not sure if Talib's playing or not. I think he is. I might be wrong about this. Hopefully somebody can correct me in the YouTube chat.
Mr. Burnt Toast.
Yeah, seriously. Marcus Peters is playing as well.
Yeah.
So, I mean, their defense is nothing to lose sleep over. It's just that front four, man, it's just that front four can get to the quarterback quick, and it's shown all year.
Big time. You know, I like I said before, I have the Cowboys money line and spread, obviously straight up. So, who do you have?
I got the Chiefs game 1, and I got the God. Even though I don't want Cowboys Eagles NFC Championship game, I gotta take the Cowboys.
That's what's
on this.
gonna be.
Yeah, I just see it's not a home field advantage, and home field advantage in the playoffs mean a lot. To feed off your fans' energy, and if you don't have it at your home field,
You got nothing.
yeah, you might come out flat. So I got Dallas in this one. And, it's a tough pill to swallow, but if you want me to be a realist, I'm gonna be a realist, and I'll pick Dallas.
Just how it is. You know, that's what we are here at A2D. We are realists. We are realists.
Yeah, some people.
Yeah, some of us.
But so tomorrow, if you want to do tomorrow's games as well. Okay,
Yeah,
so
totally.
tomorrow's game is against the Chargers and the Pats. Pats, I think, are getting they're getting a 4.
Yeah, they're giving 4.
Yep.
All right, this one's a simple one as well. The better team, obviously the Chargers. Hands down. You know, they have the better offense, better defense. Problem is you're playing in Gillette Stadium in the playoffs. And once you let the Patriots and Tom Brady get a number 2 seed and have that luxury of being at home where they've been the last,
20 years.
20
seems
years.
Like.
20 years. And a lot of people like to blame the refs and help them with the flow of the game and stuff like that, which is true. I think that's the lock of the weekend. I think I have the Patriots -4. That's a lock.
Yeah, I got the Patriots in this one, and you hit the head. Even though you hit the nail on the head, even though the Chargers have a good roster, you still got to go to Foxborough, and number 12 is still back there throwing the football in the playoffs, man. Yep. The greatest quarterback me and you have ever seen in our lifetime, going for a 6th ring. It's hard. It's very hard to pick against New England, and I'm not making the mistake of doing that. So I'm going New England.
Yeah, and even if the Chargers do win, it's like, wow, who saw that coming?
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
shocking the world, basically. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, gotta go New England, definitely.
And then the big one.
Big one.
Eagles Saints. I guess we'll do score. If everybody down in the YouTube comments want to give us your score and your offensive player of the game and defense player of the game, and then your score as well.
All right, I'll start this one off. Put it this way: if you're a gambling person and you bet the Saints, you deserve to lose. It's just that simple. You know, you have to look at both teams' matchup stylistically. All right, now take everything out of the regular season. It doesn't matter anymore. They killed us. The Saints have not been the same since week 12 in the regular season. They're going to the playoffs rusty. They're going to the playoffs having no chemistry since week 12, like I just brought up. And they're playing the hottest, and I mean the hottest team in the playoffs right now. And not only hottest, one of the best teams in NFL right now because they've gotten everything together since week 14.
Yeah.
You know? I think the Eagles, they win this game, man. 28-20. You know, and I see them stuffing the run with Kamara and Ingram. I see them limited Drew Brees to passing. Yeah. I have the Eagles winning 28-20.
So who's your offense player of the game and defensive player of the
Offensive player of the game, Nick Foles, obviously. Defensive player of the game, I'm going to go two. I'm going to go Fletcher Cox and Jenks.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, on Wednesday we had this, and I'm going to stick to it. I have the Eagles. You know, I can't believe I did it on Wednesday, but I picked the Eagles to win this just because I can't stand shit talkers, and shit talkers should be put in their place, and that's what the Saints have been ever since they whacked us. They have the right to talk shit, but, Kamara and Mark Ingram talking about, we're fraudulent because they wore the ski masks first, but I haven't seen that all year until we pulled that shit out. But hey, here we go. Saints, Eagles, we haven't beat them in 26 years. Time to change that shit. I think the Eagles win. It's going to be a close game. I have the Eagles winning 23-21.
23-21?
Yeah.
So you have a 2-point game.
And in my offense player of the game, I had Golden Tate. And then on the defensive side of the ball, $100 million man again, 91 Fletcher Cox, man.
Fletcher Cox.
Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, we both have the Eagles. And you know what? That's just you could call it fan bias or what, but I'm putting everything on the table to why the Eagles will win this game. I'm not being biased. I'm just saying that when a great team runs into a hot team, the hot team usually always prevails.
Yeah.
Like always. Like look at the Cowboys back in 2017. 13-3, they were at home. They were poised to go on a Super Bowl run. The Giants come in there. No one saw that coming. The Giants put their foot on the gas.
The Packers.
No. I'm talking about the Cowboys and Giants. It was back in 2007. That's when they went to their first Super Bowl.
Oh, I thought you said 2017.
No, 2007.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and that's another example. The Packers.
Yeah.
15-1, and they do it again. So I mean, the playoffs are a completely different ballgame. All you gotta do is get in and get hot at the right time, and you're that team. It's that simple. And to me, the Saints, I might ruffle a few feathers here. From what I've seen from the Saints, they're good, but come on, they're not unbeatable. Like maybe playing in that stadium, it gives you an edge. They're not unbeatable, especially with the team that we have right now. We win this game. It's that simple. I'm sorry, Saints fans, but it's that simple.
But I will tell you this: I'm not gonna move past them and be overconfident, because that's a bad thing to be. Is overconfident. And that's when you're overconfident, you get smacked in the mouth.
Yeah.
Maybe the Saints are like that. And that's why me and you said maybe first play you go up top to a Nelson or a Golden Tate, hit him in the mouth.
Wallace.
Yeah, hit him in the mouth. See what you got. See how they rebound after that. But like we were saying on the first hour, no matter what happens with the run game, you have to stay with the run.
Yeah.
You have to, because you have to give the defense. You have to let them know the defense to respect their run.
Yeah,
you have to.
Yeah, you have to. Yeah, I mean, you have to balance it, which we've been doing perfectly. So as long as you balance it, catch them off guard, it's gonna be a good day for us.
Yeah.
I really believe that, because our defense is going to come to play. I'm going to read something over here on Facebook. North Dakota Mama, I remember her. For you, Kyle, Eagles franchise Foles, Carson goes to the Giants and owns your rear for the next 10 years or more. Good luck with Foles. Listen, North Dakota Mama, I know you're a huge fan of Carson Wentz, and I sent a comment on Mike and Tom's show on Wednesday that probably kind of triggered her. All right, so basically I was saying, yeah, you're in love with Carson Wentz. I understand it being from North Dakota, but Philadelphia is a completely different ballgame. You have to have the mindset to play here. So would I take Foles over Carson Wentz, a known winner over an unknown? Yeah, I would. So North Dakota Mama, thanks for that comment. I really appreciate it. I love you for commenting in. If he goes to the Giants, I would hate it. That would never happen. We wouldn't trade him to an NFC divisional rival.
Yeah.
That would never fucking happen. If we were to trade him, he would probably go to Oakland. Just my opinion. Or Jaguars, out of conference. But thank you for the comment anyway. I really appreciate it. Keep doing it. Just keep going. I love talking about Carson Wentz and Foles. I could go all day, okay? Because listen, Foles is a winner. Carson's not a winner. And it's just how it is. I'd rather keep Nick Foles. I understand we're probably going to have Carson Wentz. But I'm living the dream right now, so it's okay. Keep bringing the comments, because I love them. All right, what else do we got? Kevin McDonald 500. There is a rumor on Twitter that Harper is coming to Philly on Monday. That's not a rumor. That is, I have some inside information that's probably going to come true. So you guys and you Phillies fans are going to be happy on Monday. Let's just say that. Organic Farmer says, I wish Foles would come to Denver if the Eagles want to trade him. Everyone wants Nick Foles right now. Everybody does. But if we were to trade him, his price would go way up. And anyone that says that he's just worth a late first-rounder is fucking retarded. I'm sorry for using that word. It's just the truth. Victor Martinez says Travis Frederick is out. Frederick's been out since week 10.
Yeah, with that, I think the immune system or something like that's wrong with him.
Yep.
Sucks to see, but.
Yep. Robert Mensa says, I can talk Eagles all day. Oh, me too, brother. Me too. You know, I love the Philadelphia Eagles. It's Philly, it's the Eagles, and then everyone else. I think he meant Zach Martin versus Donald. I think that's what he meant. Zach Martin versus Donald.
Oh yeah. I don't know why I said Frederick.
Yeah.
My bad on that.
Robert Mensa says, I'll go 27-16 Eagles.
27-16.
You're limiting the Saints to 16 points, huh? I like it. I don't know why I like it, but I like it.
Yeah.
Alex Sanchez says 29-27 Eagles. Offensive player Foles, defensive player Jernigan.
And by the way, the Eagles are 20 this year, this regular season, or this year as a whole, I should say.
Mm-hmm.
The Eagles are 7-0 when they score more than 24 points.
Yeah.
So just get to 24.
We'll
see what happens.
Yeah, get to 25.
Yeah. Seriously.
Robert Mensa says Jeffrey going to ball out and Maddox with a pick 6. Maddox has been close a couple times already. I could see that. Robert Mensa says D-line going to eat, and I think we blitz more. Will Nelson says 33-23 Eagles defense, Rasul Douglas offense, Zach Ertz and Darren Sproles. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. And Final Flash says, I thought Foles can't be traded. We'd be letting him walk. No, we have the option. We could either pick up the option or we could franchise tag him, and then we'd trade him. I don't see either. It's tough for me to see. I don't know how you could just give away a winner. I see a lot of people don't know this, but in baseball, I like the New York Yankees, and I was born and raised on that team, and the philosophy for that franchise was always to win games. All right, always to win no matter what. If you lost in the postseason, it was a failure, and I bring that same philosophy over to this football team. Because now that we won the first championship, it's all about championships and nothing else. All right? If you don't win the championship, it's a failure. That's just how it is. Derek Jeter always said, if you lose, you lose.
Yeah.
Like, no one remembers second place. You know, you lost. So you have to bring over that philosophy. And I'll bring up another point. My friend told me, I hate to spoil this, but my friend told me that the Phillies are going to end up with Bryce Harper and Manny Machado. Now, that is the right thing to do. That is being an excellent franchise and being awesome to your fans for spending that money. And then people give a lot of shit to the New York Yankees for spending money and buying their titles. Well, you have to do that sometimes to turn around your franchise, to make not only fans come to the stadium, because you could do that anyway, but to win titles and stack up longevity when it comes to these teams, you know?
Mm.
You want to be successful for 10 years. You don't want to be successful for a short period of time, which the Phillies were with Howard, Utley, Victorino, Worth. They were successful for like 5 years, and then they branched off.
Yeah. Well, the thing about the Phillies is that they what's it called? They stuck with Jeremy Rollins and Ryan Howard and Chase Utley too long.
Well, I mean, the thing with Ryan Howard is he was the big ticket, as they like to say. He was the big piece. He was the guy, in my honest opinion, that brought you the championship. He was the guy that delivered huge hits at the right times, and when he bursted out his Achilles, it was all over after that, because the guy would never be the same again, and that was it.
Yeah.
You know, he was the guy, and that's the thing I don't get, because everyone gave shit to Ryan Howard, but when he went down, everything ended. When he was up, your team won 103 games. I mean, everyone loves Chase Utley, but was Chase Utley your big piece? No. It was Ryan Howard. Ryan Howard was the guy that brought you the championships. So I think people need to respect their players a little bit more in this city when it comes to baseball. But you know what? You learn something new every day.
Yeah, it's true.
You definitely do.
So how about them Sixers, man?
Oh, man, let's talk.
Yeah.
Let's talk.
So a rough loss last night for the Sixers.
Yep.
Against Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
Collins hits the last second shot to win it. Jimmy gets fouled, and then he misses the first free throw, and he misses the second.
My God.
But how are you feeling about the Sixers so far?
Well, I'm going to share a story
Halfway through
right
the
here, right now. My friend is a diehard Sixers fan. I am too, but he's a gambler. And he was so confident that the Sixers would lose last night because Embiid was not playing. He put $300 on the money line to win $1,100.
Wow.
And when Jimmy Butler missed that field goal, it was a cinch. It was over. And he was like, "See, I told you." I was like, "You did. This team sucks without Joel Embiid.
Yeah.
Like they really do." And it's pathetic. It really is pathetic because Ben Simmons, after the game, what is the first thing he does? He says that they're soft.
Yeah.
Well, he was the one that was just playing on the fucking court. Like, you gonna call yourself soft too? Like, step up. You're a fucking leader. You're supposed to be a generational talent. You're calling your team soft after you just lost to one of the worst teams in the league. It's pathetic. And I know Ralphie's a Lakers fan and LeBron's out right now, but right now they're in a better situation than we are. They are. Because this Sixers team went through a process for 4 to 5 years. And what I'm seeing right now, and I'm not putting any blame on the coach. I don't put any of this blame on the coach. It's all about the talent. The talent is there. They're not producing, though. And Jimmy Butler, I have something to pick with him. I liked the signing. Right now, I don't. I do not like the sign at all because the guy is about himself. He's a cancer. He's selfish. Does he score points? Yes. But he's hurting this team. He's 100% hurting this team. And right now, that trade looks laughable. It does. And I might ruffle a few feathers there as well. But I'm sorry. I can't let this go on any longer. I want this guy off the team. I don't like Jimmy Butler. I don't. And I was giving him a lot of credit for hitting game-winning shots at the beginning of the season. But then he just became a huge asshole, like out of nowhere. And you hear all these rumors coming from Woj and saying that he's not developing with the team. Well, no fucking shit he isn't. Like, nobody likes him. Like, he's just hard to get along with. And now he's saying he's going to retire by 34, 35, not living in the moment. It's like, who is this guy? Like, who does he think he is? Play the fucking game. Stop bitching and complaining. You know, you're here. You're getting paid to live the American dream, to play the game of basketball that nobody else can dream of playing. Like, stop being such a selfish asshole and play the game. You know, and that's a big problem I have. And I know I'm nailing it in on Jimmy Butler so much, but the process was about bringing all these veteran players here and winning titles. And right now,
the window's closing.
The window is closing.
Tell you that. Because if Kawhi, you better hope Kawhi goes out west to the Clippers.
Yeah.
If he stays out in Toronto, I don't know.
No, it's not only that, guys.
And Boston's only going to be getting better. The Knicks will only be getting better.
Guys, you got to be a little.
Milwaukee's right there.
You got to be.
Indiana's right there.
Ralphie,
the list goes
I get
on
it.
And on, baby.
Ralphie, I get it. You guys, you have to be honest. All right, you got to be honest with yourself. I'd say this almost every show. Ben Simmons isn't going to be here after his rookie contract. You guys understand this, right? He is not going to be in Philadelphia after his rookie contract. I'm telling you right now. You have to set your mind for negativity on that one because there is nothing Philly about that guy. Nothing. He's about the LA lights. He's about the fake tits. He's about the palm trees. There is nothing that wants to keep Ben Simmons in this town, even with money. Nothing. He is going to move on, and we're gonna be fine with Joel Embiid because he wants to be here for his whole career because he is Philly. He's everything Philly. But when you want to put big pieces around this team, future's looking bleak.
Yeah,
it really is.
It's gonna be tough, man. I told the guys on Wednesday, they're Sixers fans as well, Ryan, Frank, and Noah.
Yeah.
Listen, you guys didn't go out and get a superstar like you guys were going to say.
Star hunting.
Yeah, right. Yeah. You got Boston's only getting better. Right, they have a hiccup right now. But it's the regular season. You know, everything changes. I mean, look at Golden State, right? Mm-hmm. Golden State's a terrible. Well, they're good in the regular season. They really don't care when the regular season happens. But when the playoff comes, they're a whole different team.
Yep.
You know, Boston the same way. Boston's a scary team. I don't care what's going on with them with their hiccup situation. Milwaukee's a good team. Indiana's a good team. Toronto's a good team. Listen, there's some powerhouses in the East that the Sixers are looking over. And listen, if worst comes to worst, you guys might be playing Boston in the first round again.
As it looks right now, we are playing Boston in the first round again. And as it looks right now, we are not passing the first round. Like, we can't beat Boston. We can't do it. And that's something like, I like to be Mr. Positivity. I like to be always overly positive about things. I am overly negative when it comes to the Sixers because I've seen this shit from a mile away. Everyone's going into the season saying, oh, the feds are going to show up. Well, Dario's not here, so you can't be the feds.
When's Markelle coming back?
He sucks. He sucks so bad, man. Like, you want him?
No, I don't want him. I'm good.
Yeah, I mean,
he's got too many problems. I'm good.
Yeah. I mean, I don't even know where we picked this year in the draft. Do we get any more picks? I don't even fucking know.
And listen, and right now Boston has 4 first-round picks.
Yeah.
4 first-round picks in this year's draft.
It's big.
Zion Williamson. Imagine that, huh? Yeah. Imagine that. Wow.
And Barrett.
Yep. Man, it's tough in the East, man. It's tough in the East.
A little bit.
Yep.
Yeah. LeBron's gone and it just gets worse.
Yeah, how crazy is that, huh?
And you have Giannis, you have Embiid. I mean, shit, man. I thought it was gonna be simple with this process. Yeah. It's not. It's not simple. It's like finding diamonds in the rough. You gotta get lucky sometimes. Mm-hmm. Like Embiid was definitely a great pick, but we wasted so many top picks. Like on Okafor, Nerlens.
Oh well, no, that was a trade, right? Nerlens was a trade.
Yeah, but it was dumb. It was
Noel was a bus. Okafor was a bus.
Yeah.
Who else did you pick in the top 3?
Shit.
Embiid missed 2 seasons, but he's going to be a
he's
superstar.
Fine, though. Ben Simmons, I wouldn't call a bust, but he's not really living up to number 1 potential.
Michael Carter Williams.
Uh-huh.
Evan Turner.
Oh my God. Yeah, but that was before this new stint. Just put it this way: it's just two out of 6 picks worked.
Yeah.
It's not good. It's not a good percentage.
Yep.
And it's weird. It's weird with the Sixers because I love the Sixers so much, but it's just so obvious that nothing's working. I don't know if you have to make a coaching change. I like Brett Brown personally. And I don't think it's his fault, but maybe you have to bring someone in to change it up a bit.
Yeah.
Maybe just a little bit, like bring in someone like, I don't know.
Phil Jackson.
Phil. I like Phil.
Yeah. Pat Riley wants to give up the heat, bring Pat in.
Yeah. I mean, who wants the Philly job? Just let me know, But I don't know. Let's talk about the Flyers before we get out of here.
Good old Flyers.
Good old Flyers.
Dead last in the NHL. They had those 2 games when they called Carter Hart up. They went 2-0, and everything was changing. Oh, my God, the Flyers are back. They're rejuvenated. They can get this thing rolling now. Hackstall's out the door. But, hey, like I said, you fired the wrong Hackstall. Okay, you fired the wrong one.
Yeah.
Hackstall knew what he was doing. It's just that Holmgrom's a stubborn piece of shit and didn't want to give up the keys yet.
Yep.
Right? So you fired the wrong dude. You got the coach, and now look where you are. Dead last in the NHL.
Yeah.
They traded Jordan Will yesterday for a 6th-rounder and some dude that plays in the ECHL, probably will never be up with the team. So that's just a throwaway trade.
Yeah.
I just don't know anymore with this team, man.
Well,
I mean, they're losing 2-0 right now to the Devils.
Who's starting that game? Hold on.
I'm not sure.
Let me check it out. I don't think it's Hart because Hart looked good. Hart looks very good.
Yeah, he looks very good.
With that being said, it is Carter Hart.
Is it?
He has 17 saves though.
On what, 15 on?
Oh yeah, he has 17. No, wait, hold on. He has 15 saves off 17 shots.
Okay.
Okay, yeah. So that's not a bad percentage, but the team's not scoring.
Yeah.
So I don't know, man. It's a rough one. And I'm a diehard Flyers fan. I like going to games, but until we're completely balanced, it's gonna be a rough.
To be honest, I couldn't tell you the last time a Flyers team like this was very bad.
Yeah.
This is a very bad Flyers team.
And we might not even end up with Hughes.
Yeah.
I would love to end up with Hughes.
Oh, absolutely. He's on your team in training camp, and he starts game 1 of the regular season.
Yep.
That's how good this kid is.
And then you pair him with Patrick, Giroux. I don't want Giroux anymore, but you're gonna have to stick with him because they gave him that stupid no clause on his contract.
Yeah.
And it's just killing
another
you.
guy that the Flyers hung on to too long. Him and Voracek. Voracek does the same move every time he enters the zone.
Yep.
It's hold off the one person and takes it down behind the net. If he loses the puck, he loses the puck.
Yep.
That dude, I just don't know, man. I don't know. I think we held on to Giroux. In my honest opinion, I think we held on to Giroux too long, just like how we did with Utley, Rollins, and Howard.
Yep.
To be completely honest. I mean, Giroux was a regular season player, and it's known that when the playoffs come, he shies away from the spotlight.
Yeah, he does. He's a stat patter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He shies away from the spotlight, and he goes away.
It's embarrassing.
Listen, if the offer's right for Giroux, I would not mind trading him.
Yeah, but he has to.
I've been saying this for 2 years.
Yeah,
now.
but he has to okay it.
Yeah, I know. That's the thing.
That's
That
the part that
sucks.
sucks.
Yeah.
But with that being said, we're gonna get out of here on a high note. We got the Birds tomorrow.
Yeah, thank God.
Gonna win that game, and then next week we'll be back to talk about the NFC Championship game and who the Eagles will be facing. So yeah, come on back next week. Thank you for tuning in today, and big game tomorrow. Huge
Go
game.
Birds! Oh man, Jesus Christ!
Yeah.
Nicky, can you please just do it one more time
Let's
for
do
us,
it.
man?
Oh, he will. He will.
Hopefully.
Yep. All right. See you guys later. Peace.